to be walking. Thank you for the company. Walking, yes indeed, I'm walking. Oh yeah, just for me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking. So happy to be walking, happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Walking, I'm I'm walking. Thank you for company. I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking. So happy to be walking, happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Walking, yes indeed, I'm walking. Oh yeah, just for me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking.
Great Raw isn't, y'all. Great Raw isn't.
Happy.
I wrote it. I wrote it. I wrote it.
Thank you for the company.
Get your mats. Get your weights. Get your chair. Line up if you're walking wall to wall.
Oh.
Yes, y'all. Yeah. I sure did. I sure did go. Sure did. Hey! Great Raw isn't. Raw ain't come up this morning. Whew, it is. You know what? It came up. Let's put it like this. It is so cloudy and muggy that walking towards the voting polls, I was like, can this air get any thicker? And honey, it makes you appreciate the advancements of man's and air conditioning and fans. Because I got one here pointing at me for the fan, voting for the fan. And one there pointing at me. Voting for the fan, voting for the fan. Now, I don't want to forget this. The Connecticut state does this. New York State doesn't do this. That is one thing I miss in New York State. But I understand that they want to save money. But I like the feeling that it gives you. I used to take it and stick it on the side of my pocketbooks and stuff. And then forget. Or in the wintertime, November, it was cold, put it on my jacket. And forget it was there until it fell off. And it says, I voted. And Connecticut always has this. And when I lived in New York, I didn't. When I was in South Carolina, I registered to vote because I was 19, but I didn't stay long enough to vote. And besides, the crap that they do down there, voting almost dangerous. I didn't read next morning votes, and they didn't do anything, even shoot you to get it. So, also, the draft, or not the draft, but say I'm out of high school, and if you want me to go to war, well, so that was that. And then another thing that was so good about being this age and getting older. This morning when I went to vote, everybody there was my age or older. And you know, I knew that that would be the wonderfulness of old age. That finally, race, creed, color don't matter. Everybody can look at me and see I'm old, and everybody can look at them and see they old. That's it. I know that may sound stupid to y'all, but for me, I was like, we old. We paid the price. We did the did. We did the did. We did the did. And now we're here. We did the did, and now we are here. And early, let me tell you, early. If you've known what it felt like to only get up early for work or to go to school. And if that's the only thing that you get up early for, then that's horrible. I longed to be able to get up before everybody's supposed to be moving. And as an adult, I made it happen. But then it was peer pressure. They like staying out to 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And though when the kids were a little younger, my sisters, they came out my mother's womb as I came out. They didn't get it. When I was early and cook food and plan a picnic in the park and everything, then it was good. Oh, it was lovely. Vicki got up early. Oh, it was fun. And then if we wasn't doing that early, what's wrong with you? What, you old? Old people get up early. Girl, don't be calling me this early. Don't be coming this early. Don't be playing with the men I hate. Let's go to the beach or something. Sure. Who's up, cooking, packing, all this stuff early, making sure everybody wake up, they all get on the train at the same time. You know? That's it. I have to try again. I lost somebody. Okay. I'm going to try it again and start going on record. Hey, you know that? So, I gotta tell you, it was quite contrary. Other than that, I was let's go out and grab some breakfast at a restaurant. What, waking up early, calling me, calling up early, I'd come by and pick the kids up and take them out break. Oh, that's wonderful, you break. You're wonderful, you break. But you act old. You act like an old person getting up early in the morning. And this morning, guess who was there voting? There was a group that beat me there. And they were old. My peoples. My peoples. And they probably looked at me and said, there go that old black woman. And I looked at them and I said, oh, little old white people. But we know we had one thing in common. We was old. And we get up early in the morning. And that's why we could vote when the polls open. God, I love being old. I love all the ages. Each one is a struggle in a different way. Each one is a struggle in a different way. The great thing about this age is men are lusting after me. They have no interest in me. I love it. None. I can finally talk to them, and they talk to me. I talk to men my age, they just talk to me. When I was young and I talked to men my age, if they could take their eyes off my breastises, I was lucky. I used to be talking, they say, yes, Vicki. Oh, yeah, uh-huh. Oh, sure. And I would say, can you raise your hand, son? But now, no. They look at me and see an old woman and they have no interest in me. They don't tell you about that good part. They don't tell you about that good part. Yes. No child. Everybody I know, if they had grandchildren, great-grandchildren, they carrying around and bringing them down. And I'm so grateful. I am so grateful that I don't got that. I got working out in the morning, going when I want to go, coming back when I want to come back. Yes, yes. Now here's another thing that I saw this morning with the old peoples. Now y'all see me hanging from that door frame, right? Well, I saw two old people this morning that was bent so far over, they can't help but see money laying in the street. Because that's when they walk down the street, that's what they see. Right down the sidewalk. That's how far bent they are. Now, I ain't no biologist, physicist, physical therapist, bone expert, but I think it got a lot to do with the back muscles. So then look at my 34-year-old self, and my 34-year-old self said, listen here. You want exercise. You already been like a question mark and you 34. You don't start straightening your back out now, you gonna be walking looking at your shoe. My 34-year-old self gave me a lot of damn good advice. And I started. And I looked at them bend overs. Even when I was at the gym, Planet Fitness, there was a bend over. And he started working out, but surely it was too late. He can come up some. But like with me, I'm telling you, when I got on those ice skates, I was 51 years old. No one understands. No one understands why I paid for an ice skating coach, why I went 3 times. No one understood but me and my back. I was like, no, I got to strengthen this core. I got to do something with this back. I can't go over. Gravity I did a hole in me and press me down like this. And the 34-year-old self said, walk and exercise. And as I got older, I started doing it more. And I was walking like this, not like this, but upright. And I saw those two elders. Ha ha! And I said, let me get back to my treadmill, honey, because I love me some meat. Ha ha! I love me some meat. Let me tell you something. If I could tongue kiss myself, I would. I'm so in love with me. I love money too. And that's a new love. I never had the love of money. I wanted it. I've had the want of money, the need of it. This glorious age. So guess what? You can love yourself. Whoop, 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 whoop. You can love money. Holy fuck. I'm in love. Yes. I looked at those bent overs and everything was worth it. Before I went to the pose, I put down my yoga mat and I stretched and I bend and I was like, oh, y'all. I have pain in the morning. I do. When I start stretching these limbs, let me tell you, from my night sleep, and somehow I find myself curled up, and I have to stretch these limbs out. Take that leg and stretch it out. I say, oh, 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 oh. I need to record, just do sound recording of me stretching in the morning. Then I lift that leg, and I bend and I twist my wrist, and then I do a full out stretch, butt back on the ground, full out stretch. Oh, whew. Great pain, y'all. But then afterwards, I'm good to go. My back is strong. And I wasn't a bent over, y'all. I wasn't a bent over. I started addressing that at 35. Not through doctor's appointments. Not through just finding ways and things to do to make sure I'm up straight, I'm upright, and extra. And that's where the hanging comes in. And that's where the core comes in. That's where the back muscles come in. This is, I'm trying to tell you, I have said it in my plays. When I talk to kids, when I companion kids, counsel kids, etc., etc. I always told them, hang in there, it gets better and better. It's sad what they put out about old people. It's really sad. But I understand. You can't sell miracle cream unless you make people feel bad about being old. Whew. But the truth is, it's another phase of life, but it's the most wonderfulest. You gotta work for it. You don't wait till you get there to start working on it. My 34, 35-year-old self said, looky here. This is what we gotta do. This is how you gotta put it down. Yes. Yes. I ain't had no cane. And that air was so thick out there, every breath I took felt like I was trying to stuff a cake down my throat. It wasn't moving. It ain't moving. By the time I got back to the car, I was drenched. Water, y'all know I got a bald head underneath here. So water just rolls off that bald head like nothing. But I was very proud of myself. And I was so happy to see my group of people. Before you say, oh, they white, oh, they black, oh, they black. Before anything, I just said, my people that look like me. And how do me look? I look old. How do they look? They look old. And I am old. So it felt good. I did side-eye those white old men, though, because they from my generation. And my generation was a generation that used to beat on black people all the time. African Americans, Negroes, colored people. Whew. It is so humid. Yeah, y'all. Go vote. I did. You're not supposed to get two, but one was stuck to the other one. So, I got two. And I felt so good. No cane, no bent over, just walking, cutting through this gravity, moving this body, this muscles that's protecting these bones, pushing, and we pushing through gravity, staying upright, making sure the muscles are strong to stand up against everything. All is almost the water time. Y'all see me sweating? Y'all see me sweating? Yes. Yes. Felt really good. And of course I heard, before I left the house, I heard my ancestors. I heard my mother say, go, grandma say, yeah. My father, stepmother, yeah. They voted. Because they know what happened when you don't. Whew, stop just in enough time, honey, for me to address this sweat.
Yes, indeed, I'm walking. Oh, yeah, just for me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking. So happy to be walking. Happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Walking. Yes, indeed, I'm walking. Oh, yeah, just for me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking. So happy to be walking. Happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Walking. Yes, indeed, I'm walking. Oh, yeah, just for me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking. So happy to be walking. Happy to be walking.
Yeah, y'all.
Thank you for the company.
Oh, I always said, look at, oh, I wiped it. Look at this sweat, y'all. Do you ever taste your sweat? Well, that's how I know I have too much salt in my body or not enough. So I'm sweating. Because I make sure I sweat. Leave it over here.
I'm walking. So happy to be
Before I start. Y'all see that?
To be walking.
Oh, somebody said hi. longer break. Let me say hi right fast. Hey, Ed! Ha ha ha! Good to see you, Ed.
I'm walking, oh yeah, just for me, I'm walking.
I gotta tell you something, Ed. When I saw you in that picture, I was like, ooh, ooh. First it scared me. Because every time now when somebody passes away, or they say, going home, so you're already home, well, whatever. They put the angel wings behind them. So Ed's picture comes up with angel wings. And I'm like, what the hell? And then I see that he ain't dead. He's just standing in front of angel wings. And then after I got mad at him for making me think he was dead, and let me tell you the history of that, and I'm sure you remember. Ed and I used to work together in Greenwich, Connecticut. And we had the best time ever. Suzanne, I, him, Matilda, oh, it was just the best time ever. And then I left the job, and I didn't hear anything else about Ed. I think he stopped volunteering because he used to volunteer with me. But anyway, someone comes to me from ARC says, did you hear? And I said, what? Hear what? It's dead. Like, it can't be dead. Yeah. How do you know? We didn't have Facebook and stuff at the time where I could just go and to his Facebook page and see that he's alive and well. So I was so upset because he was young, younger than me, and he was so wonderful. He had such a great personality. I mean, when I tell you he loved people, he loved people. Always respectful of people. They'll say I got my sausage roll, or it's a new sausage roll. And I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't get any information. And years go by, maybe 2-3 years go by, and I'm out of the train station in Portchester, and I'm looking in. And first I stopped and I looked at him and I was like, Ed? And he was like, yeah, Vicki. And I grabbed him and I hugged him. I said, you're not dead. You're not dead. You're not dead. And he said, no, I'm not dead. And I was happy he wasn't dead. And then from that point to this, and then through Facebook, we've been in communication with one another. So again, you know how I felt when I saw a picture of him with them heavenly wings behind him. I'm like, oh my God, no, not again. And then I noticed that it was just him standing in front of wings. But I did notice that the brother looked good. Fine, honey. Whoo! He trimmed down. Whoo, let me stop. I need to say this energy because I got like, whoo, 20-something more minutes to do this one. Let me tell you. After I got over the initial shock, oh, he's alive. Oh, okay. Ooh, he looks good. Oh. And all you can see is the top part. So you can tell from his shoulders, neck, and his head that the brother looked good. Yes, indeed, Ed. Ed is doing it. looking good, Ed. Looking good. I tell you, I'm still working on it, Ed. But you see, the thing with men, they ain't got to put so much effort into losing weight or dieting. They skip a meal, they can lose a few pounds. You remember as boys and stuff, if you've been around, how they like consumed everything to keep that energy up? But they can work it, they can go do a job or do a task or something like that and burn that right off. We women, it sticks with us the whole time. The whole time. So yeah, y'all get out and vote. Y'all get out and vote. I felt good. I felt my ancestors were saying, yep. Yep. Remember those laws they put in place? Yep. Remember, they trying to tell Caucasian women, European American women, white women, to have more babies. They could come out with a law where they sterilize all African American women. Or some kind of secret white men's organization with the doctors, well, all of a sudden after y'all be having kids, you can't have no more. Like the cesarean sections. So you better get out and vote. White men put awful laws in place. Ask any Native American and women. This is what kills me with women. They act all the time like they don't know. Like still in the Midwest, the highest number of women being killed by men. Why? Because it's a whole religion that sanctions it. In their minds, she going to heaven, she got her own planet. Now see if that religion that say, okay, dying is good. Don't get mad when people die, even if your husband kill you, your father kill you. Don't get upset. They helping you out. They sending you to a planet of your own. Now what if them people get in government? Well, basically they are in government. You better vote them out. That's a Republican conservative. They there. They're there. They're the same ones that allowed that doctor to go into, remember when they had the South Americans in concentration camps at the borders? And they allowed the one that we know of, the doctor, to go in there and sterilize women. They still in office. African women, that's white women, children. People that know how to work. They know the hard work. Vote in people that can get rid of, or since you can't get rid of Supreme Court justices, we need about 5 more in there to balance out everything. Balance out everything. And then hopefully the ancestors will go through and kill the white trash that's left. Just because you stay in the Supreme Court robe don't mean you ain't trash. Okay? From the work we see you doing, you're sitting there dealing with you, jerking yourselves off. Let's get some people in there thinking, worry about the law, and not whether their dick is going to be hard or not, or whether a woman's vagina is their concern. I remember when 45 had all those men sitting around the table talking about women's affairs. Women's affairs. They didn't have anything with it. They didn't have a problem with it. Them women in the GOP, they didn't have a problem with it. Men's always supposed to tell them what to do with their vagina. Their men have a baby, don't have a baby. They used to it. Don't vote. Vote for who I tell you to vote. Don't vote. Go where I tell you to do. Put this dress on. Put that dress on. Put that. Millions of women out here like this. God save all races. Though an African American race, I do not understand. When we was brought to this country, we wasn't brought to this country under that culture of sticking with a man whether he beat you down and let the kids starve and all that kind of stuff. No. To fit in, to be like them, to fit in these cults. You doing it, somebody telling you you have to have a man. I've been paying no man tax for a long time. Every time I go get that car fixed and there ain't a man next to me, I have to pay extra money because I ain't got no man. Yep. I don't got no primary care provider because no one outside of me is my primary care provider. I'm my primary care provider. I never gave that over to anybody. I never said you care more about me than I care about myself. I don't even know where that bullshit came from. Well, he's my primary care physician. What, the one out there with the hood on, burning the cross, getting ready to kill your grandma? That one? He's his primary concern? Never. So when I go see my heart doctor, I got to do my own research. When I see my eye doctor, I got to go see my own research. First of all, they don't talk to me because when they say, well, who's your primary care physician? And I said, shit, miss, all twisted. I got me here. Diet, exercise, rest, cutting off stressful people, cutting off people trying to suck me dry. So you talk to me. And I said, no, I ain't taking that. Nope, not taking that. Nope, no side effects of that. Nope. Ain't taking that, seeing that, how that work on people. Nope. So how that affected people. Nope, they ain't doing that. And I said to myself, again, before me, encourage yourself to heal yourself. Tell yourself to heal yourself. Yeah, sometimes I had to reach out for antibiotics, but then other time crab is my antibiotics. I feel I got an infection in my body, I can knock it out with 6 crabs. Just works as an antibiotic for me. 6 crabs and I am, everything inside me is put in the toilet. Take vitamin C, B12, cod liver. '34. Well, I was in my 40s when I found out about the crab antibiotics. And I learned that when your body craving something, make sure you give it to it. Because it's telling you that something is going on that you don't know. And they need that food, what's in that food. So the more food you experiment with eating, and more vegetables and stuff you experiment with eating, the more choices your body has. They say, oh, go get that broccoli raw. Yeah. Go get them greens. Get that spinach. For leg pain, green stuff is excellent. Yes. Yes. Excellent. Deals with that muscle, the leg pain, everything. Got it going on. Try different things. Try different fruits. Eat different things. So your body says, oh, and then when you get a feeling, and I don't know about you, when you eat something and your body says, that's what it is. That's what I've been wanting. You feel good. You realize eating to feed the body. Not to eat down your social issues or whatever you're going through because you can't face people, so you got to eat it. You trying to hold to a book of fiction and follow it, and you all confused and all empty inside. All empty inside and confused. You want to eat it down. It's to feed me. To give me energy. To give you energy. And not to worry. Because as you get older, the body works that stuff out. As you get older, the body works that stuff out. Trust in the body. I know that book said don't trust in the body. Trust a man with blonde hair, blue eyes, a long road in sandals. Whose father goes around raping women who sleep next to their husbands in bed at night. And then the rape is overlooked. But the celebration of life. So now you understand why they don't care if every Christmas you celebrate the birth of a child who came from a ghost coming down raping his mother while his father laid next to him. Funny, ain't nobody called Christ a bastard. They ain't missed a chance to call me a bastard. And plenty others. And by right, if that is true in that book, he a bastard. He's not his father's child. He's some man named God raped her. And the baby was celebrated. But you don't understand why they don't want you to abort a baby that's died through rape. But it's right there in that book you go to study every Sunday. It's right there. Guy named God raped Mary while her husband laid next to her. She got pregnant. To save face, she had to keep the baby. But he wound up being a supreme being. So, don't Don't get rid of the babies that you raped, though. Personally speaking, I could not look. Trust me, and I know rape. I know violent rape. Like I tell y'all, when I was under someone else's care, not under my own, when I took my life back, I was looking more to cut me somebody up, touch me like that. But when I was under the supervisor or the guardianship of somebody else, yeah, I know. And I would not want to have to look in his face and a child every day for the rest of my life. Wouldn't do it. But now you understand why. Now you understand why. That rape baby, according to the cults, that rape baby you getting rid of could be the Christ. That's how the cults think. So keep all the rape babies. The fathers ain't going to pay for them. They ain't never going to have nothing to do with them because they rape, so they ain't got to claim the baby. And the woman and her family have to be responsible for the baby and look at the baby after the baby that came from rape. And men are okay with that because they're the ones that's doing the raping. How wonderful is that? You get to rape little girls. They have babies. Nothing happens to you. They have to raise the kids. They have to take care of them. And you just get off scot-free. And then to help you, but them rape babies. Me? No. 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 Thank God during the rapey incestuous years when I was under someone else's guardianship, it never produced a child. My body, that's why I love this body. It said no. It said no. The only time it said yes. The first time, let me put it like this. The first time it said yes was with my daughter Leslie. Up until then, I didn't even think I could have kids. But even if she was the product of rape, I wouldn't be keeping her. And I'd be in jail now because he'd be dead. Tuck your elbow in, neither up nor down. Let's knock out this 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Yeah. I wouldn't be here today unless they had prison TV. Tuck in your elbow, squeeze your gut, neither up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Whew. Wow, let's see if it's 3 times the charm. It don't never make it to the third thing. It never makes it to the third plane. Ooh, look at that. Did y'all see what I did? Y'all see I knew how to hold on, right? All right. Y'all go out and vote now. Y'all go out and vote. Yes. He did. Whew. Yeah. Whew. Yes. Tell Uncle, cousin, everybody. Yes. Whew. I didn't. I didn't do whew, my court this morning because I knew I was going to vote. I didn't want to spend all my time. I haven't been building because I gotta go to the bathroom. Because I'm retired, y'all. Yes. Yes. So when I drink my water in the morning, I don't plan on doing no movement until the afternoon. I don't make any kind of appointments till afternoon. So y'all, I showed y'all my water right. Whew. I gotta go upstairs and eat my cereal because I tell y'all, I'm hungry. Whew. Whew. I'm thinking about the mayor of this city. He was put in jail. Of course, they re-elected him. Once he got out, they got nothing to do with the other thing. Nothing to do with nothing. And he's trying to get his law license back. But then they said, someone who was counseling said, it took him 10 years to realize what he did was wrong. Y'all be careful going out here picking these lawyers. Picking these lawyers. Even after being in jail, it still took him 10 years to admit that what he did was wrong. Hey y'all, we did it. I was thirsty. I forgot y'all was in the room when I was drinking. That's how I am upstairs when I throw back my water. Go out and vote. Go out and vote. Go out and vote. Don't let them make them laws that mess us up. Because they will make them laws that mess us up. Go stop them. Love you. See you tomorrow. Thanks for coming on the walk. Thanks for coming on the